good day, gentlemen. I do appreciate you joining me today. So we are at my beach house. I don't believe I've shown this on YouTube ever, so we're going to start to maybe do some more work down here. I am going to start working on this Jeep. I want to show you something here. We're up on stilts on this house, and we're about 14 feet in the air. And I'm going to show you the proximity of the water to this house, and that will become more important here in just a second, and I'll show you why. So the Gulf of Mexico is down at the end. You can see the vegetation at the end of the street. That's a sand dune, and beyond that is the beach and then the water. Quite a calm day yesterday. It was really interesting yesterday. We had about a 25-mile-per-hour blow, and it was really interesting. So let's go take a look at this Jeep that we're working on, and I'll show you what that ocean has done to this vehicle. All right, so here's the project car. I've picked up a whole mess of parts. I got this thing for free. So this Jeep has been sitting down here at the beach for several years, just sitting. Nobody's been driving it, running it, or anything. And the proximity to the water is the real problem here. And you can see there's rust everywhere, including the wheel, and we got a locked up caliper that I had to beat until it loosened up. We're gonna replace this one first so we can get this wheel operating properly. I did alter the batteries with these, I don't know, these cool little braids of some description here that I use. It was really easy to put these big cables into them rather than the old style. And you can see here what they look like. They're just all kinds of messed up. So effort number one is going to be to see if we can pull this wheel and not break any of those studs with any luck, and see what we've got. I had to pound on the caliper with a hammer to get it to free up. That wheel was just dragging. So I know that one for sure is a problem, and I'm thinking I'm going to do all four wheels full on, right? Full calipers, pads, rotors, so forth, and see if we can get some like more reliable brakes, if nothing else. So the way I want to use this vehicle is I want to take it down to the beach. I don't want to take my truck. It gets really sandy, it gets salty, so forth. I really don't want to do that if I can avoid it, although I do it. I want to take this car instead and just use this as my runner up and down to the beach. We can drive on this beach too, so that is another aspect that I want to be able to use this Jeep for. So this is what I mean, right? The proximity to the ocean is just, it just tears these things up like no other. Like I said, this thing is frozen up. Man, even that bracket looks like it may need a little bit of help. So I'm going to get busy on this. If I got to put heat on it to get it apart, that's what I'm going to do. All right, this caliper came off with a fight. I've never actually seen this before, where the pistons are just smashed, and I didn't put any tools on that or anything. It came off that way. All right, I did my parts check, and it looks like we're good. It's actually correct. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to squeeze those pistons back into that caliper. I'm going to put that caliper temporarily on the wheel, and then I'm going to break the brake line loose, and then get rid of that caliper. Oh, by the way, core charge on those about 25 bucks a piece. So I got $200 worth of old parts laying on this truck that I have to return. This side actually looks better. I did the driver's side front a couple days ago. The weather's just improving today, so this actually is in better shape, at least from a rust point of view. All right, I'm going to crank the wheel over so I can get better access to it, and we'll pull this all apart and see where we're at.
Morning, neighbor.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. It's like a good day to work on the car.
That's what I'm talking about. God, it almost looks like almost somewhat newish. At least the pads have the thickness, and the hardware looks good too. This is aftermarket hardware, I can see that. Man, I lost track of you last night.
Oh, we left.
That must have been the part where I lost track.
When I wasn't there anymore?
Exactly.
Man, you guys partied late.
Well, yeah, we Michelle and I closed the whole deal down.
You stayed on the beach the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah, we were there till, I think I got home around 11 or so. God, did I wake up with a freaking hangover. I'm still kind of reeling.
That was me yesterday.
Yeah, all this hardware came with, right? I think you had left me last time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I got a bag of stuff around here. Well, what I'm seeing, this one's in much better shape. I'm gonna take that apart again and do it proper, right? There's a couple of pieces here that I couldn't figure it out. It was so torn up, right, that I couldn't figure out exactly how it was supposed to go. Like, for example, these boots weren't in here like this, and I didn't know how it was supposed to go.
But you did that though with those yesterday. You used your screwdriver and put them back in.
Yeah. So I have new ones, right? But I don't remember. And I don't know, man. Maybe it's a different kit or something. I just don't remember this part of it as being a part of the equation. I think the ABS came on. I don't know what you know about them, but that's a magnet in there, right? And you can imagine going around bashing around in there and all that rust flying everywhere. I think that magnet is probably covered with, junk. Yeah. For some strange reason, the hold downs for the bracket, look at the bolts. They're not the right size. They're not big enough. They're not big enough by a mile, right? So I don't know why that is, but I can't use the new stuff. I'm still thinking things are going pretty good here. I couldn't get any. I couldn't get any brake grease, like specifically. I couldn't get that. So this was the best alternative for high temp.
Yeah.
Because they've got the marine stuff. Yeah.
That'll be fine.
I think so too. And and they say you can use it on bearings, right? Which they're gonna get hotter as shit. So.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with that. All right, look at that. But all right, the right rear is finally finished. Boy, this one put up a fight. I got to tell you, that one was bad. The rotor was just completely frozen on there. Just me and another guy having to work on it. I don't have everything here that I would like or wish I had. Had to borrow a much larger hammer, and once we get that big kinetic energy hanging out in the air and swinging through and connecting it, it finally broke loose and popped this rotor. So there she is. The This has a drum brake for the e-brake too, and there was just all kinds of mess stuck up inside there. In fact, I had to take a minute to power wash the thing out. I mean, it was just, I couldn't even recognize the components. It was so much junk in there. But the power washer did a good job with it, and I'm gonna call this side done, put this wheel on, and get to the last wheel. So here's the pads that came off the back. And then this rusty mess here, that was actually the easy part of this. Pulling the bracket that holds the caliper was just an amazing deal. It just did not want to come. I do know now that getting this disc off of here is going to be a challenge. There's a drum brake inside this rotor. That's for the e-brake, and man, it really hangs up bad. It's rusted on there pretty darn good. The answer is a gigantic hammer to break that thing free. I also, when I took this wheel off, it's actually the first time, my first encounter, where this was just all stripped out. So I don't think this truck will pass inspection with a missing lug nut. So what I want to do, I don't have easy access to a parts house here at the beach. It's about a 36-mile round trip. I have other things that I need to sort of inventory and buy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the brakes on, get the brakes functioning properly, leave that lug off, and then set that one aside. Then, of course, to get to the lug, the whole brake job is going to have to be taken off and in service. So that's kind of where we're at. That's a real bummer. It's the only lug that's hosed up on me, like, completely. I used that big 1/2-inch impact to get it off, and man, that thing was hot when it fell off finally, but it came off hard. So, all right, here goes. We're going to take off this rotor, see where we're at. Bigger hammer. Can't get it out of gear. I don't know why. I think there's too much pressure on it or something. Maybe it's moving forward against the gear shifter or something, but it won't move. All right. That's good. I don't know if it helps, but I know it sure doesn't hurt to put this anti-seize on this center hub here. So I know I'm going to be taking this stuff apart again. So and I'll hit the studs before I put the lug nuts back. These guys are driving piers into the ground down the street. That's what the booming is. So you got to do the brake line and this little clip that goes here. Well, I'll tell you, it was ugly, but I finally got that thing on, and now what I'm going to do is go ahead and hook up the brake line, then I'll get my wife to help me bleed these things.